everyone. Welcome to the last episode of Living Well, 10-Minute Tips to a Healthier You. I'm Sandra Grenzi, Family and Community Health Sciences Educator for Rutgers Cooperative Extension of Hunterdon County. And it's been a pleasure to bring you the 10 episodes of Living Well that we began back in January with the start of the new year. And I hope that the topics have helped you to make and sustain healthy lifestyle behaviors. Our topic for today is It Takes a Village, the value of social support in making and sustaining lifestyle behaviors. So we've covered lots of different kinds of behaviors over the course of the last 10 weeks, and we've discussed some good tips and strategies to help you begin a behavior change and to sustain it. But one of the really big advantages of social support is that you don't have to do it alone. So social support can be the help of family, friends, work colleagues. Those are informal types of support where people around you can give you motivation or encouragement, can help you problem solve things that you want to do. And there can be more formal types of social support. For example, a health coach that you might contract with to help you make specific lifestyle behavior changes, whether it be weight loss or smoking cessation or increasing physical activity or whatever you think you need to do. So why is support beneficial? Well, as we mentioned in some of our earlier episodes of Living Well, often we start out with really good intentions. We are very motivated to change the way we eat or to increase our physical activity plans or to have a system of better sleep or stress reduction. But then as we begin that journey to try to make and sustain those behaviors, we can run into obstacles. And sometimes it can get difficult and sometimes we can get discouraged. And it's often really beneficial to have a circle of support around us to help us get over those kinds of barriers. So in addition to the people around us, so hopefully for example, if you're hoping to make some dietary changes, hopefully the people around you, your family, for example, would be supportive of those changes. And it might be a good idea for everybody to buy in to some small changes to help each other. So it's always helpful to have everybody in the household thinking about eating more fruits and vegetables, for example, rather than it be just one individual. So that's an example of how social support can help us move forward with our behavior change goals. So if you don't have access to family members, let's say, or friends that are interested in the types of behavior changes that you are, there are some other ways that you can obtain social support. So in-person support groups, such as hospital-based support groups or other groups that meet regularly. For example, Weight Watchers was one of the original support group type programs for people who were interested in losing weight and eating healthier. In the past, in-person groups have moved online, in particular this past year where we couldn't often meet in person. So there are online support groups. Weight Watchers has added, for example, I'm not putting in a plug for Weight Watchers, but for example, they've added health coaches into their online platforms. And there are also groups that can interact to give each other support. So other groups like Facebook groups that are of a particular interest, even fitness apps. So for example, the one that I use is Fitbit. It's possible to join a group, to form a group and join a group in Fitbit and to challenge each other and compare notes and in that way get social support. One thing to note if we are seeking social support is making sure it's a good fit. Because sometimes in a group, for example, there might be people who dominate the group discussion, or you may realize that the topics are not facilitated well, and it may be a source of frustration rather than a source of encouragement. So good group facilitation is really important. Everybody should feel that they can share, that there is equal opportunity, that not just one or two people dominate the conversation, and that everybody's needs can be met. So make sure if you do join a group, number one, that it meets your needs, and that it is evidence-based, so that it's not sharing misinformation. And remember, we talked in one of our early episodes about how you can tell if online information is evidence-based or not. So I refer you back to that episode. I think that was episode 3 of Living Well. I'm going to put in a plug for support groups that I facilitate in the community. Currently, I have a diabetes support group in partnership with Sheila Surig, who is the nutritionist at Clinton ShopRite. And Clinton ShopRite has been hosting a diabetes support group with me for several years. And we met in person on a monthly basis, and Sheila and I facilitate that group. Of course, we moved it online during the COVID pandemic, and it's still online until we can safely meet again in person. So if you're interested in a diabetes support group, at the end of the video, you have my contact email, and you can email me and I can give you more information. Another support group that I facilitate in the county is the mindful eating support group. So based on a long training program that I took, the mindfulness-based eating awareness training that I mentioned in last week's Living Well video, we formed a support group around that topic, and we also meet monthly. And if you're interested in learning more about mindful eating, I would invite you to email me and I can give you information about that. So again, it's important to be able to ask for help and support, and don't assume that people know what you need. State how people can help you. And again, if you find that whatever situation you've arranged to help you with support, if it's not working for you, then possibly think about looking for another one. So I hope that you found value in attending the Living Well sessions. And I invite you to stay tuned, because all of those episodes are being uploaded to our brand new YouTube channel, which will make it a lot easier for you to go back and access. And we also have a lot of spring and summer programming lined up, ready to go. So I hope you like our page. I hope you visit our website. The information is at the end of the video in a title slide. Email me if you would like more information. And I thank you for joining me over the past 10 weeks. And I will see you soon.